What's up, you guys, and welcome to another Radio DJ episode with Dennis and Jolo. So, hey!
Hi guys.
Yo, yo, yo. So, it's been quite a long time since we haven't had our episode, diba?
Yeah, tagal din. Mga 2 weeks.
Yep.
And kung mapapansin nyo naman, we're on a different place. So last time yung nasa car kami.
Mm-hmm.
So ngayon
na tayo.
Nakarating na tayo. So yung place na napuntahan namin is something about ladders and target. Ayan. So we were gonna talk about goals and failures. Ayan. Siyempre, kung makikita nyo yung ladders and target, kaya medyo related din yung about goals or aiming the targets. Ayan.
Right.
So if you have your own goals and if you think that you're having failure, this podcast episode is for you. Ayan.
Right on. So, speaking of goals and failures, ano ba, baby? Ano yung na-experience mo ng failure in your life? Any type of failure, can you share an experience with us?
Well, madami din akong naging failure, syempre. Pero siguro I think that I can share when it comes to failing kasi I have a plan before yung college ako.
Mm-hmm.
Syempre naging from president, naging student leader, ganyan. Tapos nag-aim ako maging president ng student council. Ganun. So kaso lang, I failed kasi nagkapanti ako, tinamad ako. So napabayaan ko yung studies ko, hindi ko sineryoso. Kala ko kaya ko na kasi andun na ako sa point na yun. Eh wala, failure. So parang I got disappointed with myself. And wala, walwal life. So naapektuhan yung buhay ko, yung kahit pa paano, yung studies ko, nagkaroon ako ng bagsak na grades. Ganyan. So ayun, failure. I didn't just fail myself, na-fail ko din yung ibang tao, like my parents, kasi nagkaroon ako ng bagsak na grade because of that failure lang ng aking dreams. Parang, I think, yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I think we've all experienced that kind of failure in school, yung mga schoolwork, tests, and exams like that. And for me, medyo similar din with school, but more on my application sa college, sa dream school ko, sa dream university ko. And it was such a major thing for me to like be accepted in this university. And then when I got the letter, kasi letter pa yung time na yun na pinapadala nila sa bahay mo.
Yeah.
Tapos ayun na, so sobrang excited. Yun na yung letter ko for my university application. And then when I opened it and when I read it, it says did not qualify on both courses that I applied for. So it was a major heartbreak for me kasi parang yun na yung akala kong school na mapupunta ako eh. Pero ang sakit na did not qualify pareho yung courses ko. So parang sobra akong na-wreck no. I said I really cried for that, and if you remember, I even called you that time.
Yeah.
Diba?
You were crying.
Kasi I did not pass. So I felt like it was the end of my world for my college life. And then I still tried to apply for reconsideration. It was okay. It went well, but then God had a different plan, and then I applied for a different school that they offered like a discount or a mini scholarship. And then I was accepted, and then it turned out well naman, and I'm actually grateful that I ended up in this different college than what I expected to be. So that's my simple failure / thankful story, sort of.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And ano naman, I can relate with your experience on that one. And ang dami din for sure na ating nanonood nito, anyone can relate to similar types of failures sa buhay natin. So maybe we can share some advice or tips.
Yes, definitely. And it doesn't only apply when we are in a school setting or in a school setup, because I feel like we still experience these kinds of failure, especially while we're working or in our families or in any career, life in general, diba? So, what can you say? What's your first tip or life lesson when it comes to goals and failures?
Yeah, and I think one thing for us to deal with this specific failure na naranasan natin in our life is number one would be learning from your mistakes.
That's right.
Siguro kasi ako on my experience, on my part, I have to learn on that experience kasi if hindi at naging tuloy-tuloy lang yung pagiging pabaya ko at hindi ako nagising or hindi ako nauntog sa katotohanan, I will definitely not graduate on time. Diba? And if dinala ko siya yung ganong klaseng failure, wala akong mapapala sa buhay. So I have to learn from those mistakes. And I have to accept din na nagkamali ako. So I have to get back up and I need to move on. Kasi nangyari na siya. Alam nga naman, magmukmuk pa ako, diba? So, yeah, you just have to learn on your mistakes. And believe in yourself. Kasama na yun. I think for me, magkasama yung dalawang yun as my points. Kasi, if magi-give up ka lang, or you're able to identify the mistake and sige, inanalyze mo and then you've learned from it. Pero wala kang tiwala sa sarili mo na kaya mong mag-survive ulit or kaya mong mag-move on. So, mahihirapan ka talaga. So, kailangan part din ng learning from your mistake is believing sa sarili mo na kaya mong kayanan, kaya mong bumangon. Ayun.
And that's very true. I agree with you. And I feel like if you start believing in yourself, then that's the time that you can learn from your mistakes na parang, kaya ko to. If you believe in yourself na kaya mo to, then you will get past that mistake.
Yeah.
And go beyond that mistake and then try something else. Try a different solution that can work better, diba? So, super right. So for me
that's
naman,
right.
I think a way for us to deal with failure or to reach our goal is to get perspective. How do we get perspective? For me, if na-experience ko na nag-fail ako, and then, di ba kapag nag-fail ka, parang feel mo super miserable ka.
Yeah.
Tatamad ka na, wala ka ng motivation. Pero like, if you get perspective from yourself, from the people around you, from your loved ones, like, you lay down the problem na, for example, Jolo, I failed this exam. I failed this project that my boss gave me. And I don't know what else to do. And then, yun yung pananaw mo for that moment kasi you're in that state of emotion. But then, if you get perspective from a different person na kaya mo yan, look at it this way. Maybe you could try something else. You could try a different method na hindi mo pa nasusubukan. So,
yeah.
It's something connected na if you learn from this mistake, then you can try a different perspective wherein you can apply a different solution and maybe that would work. That's why we have plan A, B, C, D hanggang Z. Diba? So it doesn't stop in just one solution because you have to keep trying and trying. So that's one thing that I could say about your failures and goals. Ikaw, you want to add something?
Yeah, and it's a good point that nasabi mo na you have to learn from other perspectives then or to get perspectives from other people kasi something na I'll add for us to deal with failures or failing our goals is to be surrounded by people who will support you.
That's right.
And so I think that's also connected with what you said earlier na you need people na who will help you, who will assist. Kasi syempre, we have to admit, it's hard if, we failed. And then, mahirap din bumangon mag-isa if wala kang kasama. if no one will motivate you or no one will tell you things na you can do it, diba? So, be surrounded with people who will support you and who believes in you as well. Kasi if not, wala, mahihirapan ka. Kasi syempre, if you have your goals, like right now, if you have your own business, diba? If you have business, tapos ang hirap ng mag-isa ka lang kasi syempre you need people na who will help you or someone na who will promote your stuff or who will also give critics on your products or something. Syempre, you need those people na di mo kaya mag-isa lang. So, you have to be surrounded with such people na will also help you achieve and be successful. And
Tama. It's
so, I
like
think that's a good thing.
or on choose the people you want to surround yourself
Mm-hmm.
with.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
nice. Okay, another thing I think that I can add on in dealing with your goals and failures is to acknowledge your strengths and weaknesses. And that's something that we all have. We all have strengths that we can be proud of and weaknesses that sometimes manifest in our actions and our performances and our behaviors, but it's all part of it, diba? So when you acknowledge na, uy, magaling ako in speaking, magaling ako in organizing, in administration work, that's good. That's good that you know where you're good at, you know what your strengths are. But on another side of the note, and another side of the bar is your weaknesses. So if for example, lang ako, I don't feel like I'm that great in organizational skills. Like I'm sort of a cluttered person na medyo nakaka-work pa din naman ako somehow kapag nasi yung files ko. Pero I'm trying to work on it. Another thing is like pag may weaknesses ka na hindi ka multitasker, well, in some cases, hindi din naman daw kasi advisable ang multitasking.
Multitasking, yeah.
Or like hindi ka good in cooking, in singing, and playing a guitar or an instrument, whatever. You have to acknowledge it. You have to recognize that you have those weaknesses and that we are all limited and na hindi natin makukuha lahat. And if you recognize that weakness, then you can start working on that weakness. And once you've worked on that weakness, we keep getting better. We are in a progress. We are in a process of bettering ourselves. And eventually, somehow, one step at that time, it takes time na ma-reach din talaga natin yung goal natin.
Yeah.
Once you've balanced that weakness with your strength, and acknowledging that God is there and that people are there for you, then I think things will go well, diba, baby?
Yeah, and very well said on that. Kasi if hindi mo i-acknowledge yung mga ganong stuff, walang mangyayari kasi you have to improve on yourself. And if you really want something, you have to do something for it. And if kunwari, hindi ka talaga good at that, maybe you have to do research, you have to study about it, you have to learn more about it, para you can also improve. And baka yung weakness mo na yun, kailangan pa siyang ayusin para makamit mo yung goal na gusto mong ma-achieve. And so, I just want to add lang na you have to continue persevering. Just don't give up easily. It doesn't mean na nag-fail ka once. Tuloy-tuloy na. And definitely, if you failed once, you can fail twice. You can fail thrice. You can fail many, many times. But as long as you're a very persevering person and you don't give up and you continue to grow and improve on yourself para lang ma-achieve mo yung goal mo, you'll be happy someday and you'll be successful kung naman gusto mong makamit.
Yeah, and another thing that we can relate to that, naisip ko lang bigla, is yung grit nga. It's a word that has been used recently for the past years. And grit is really focusing on what you want to achieve. I think that's how I understand it. It's focusing on the goals that you want to achieve, regardless if you're good at it or if you're not good at it. As long as you work hard and do your part in making yourself achieve that goal, then anything's possible. Basta it takes time, pero it is possible with the right amount of effort that you put in. And one more thing that I want to add, since you said yung sa weaknesses, di ba?
Yeah.
It's not, I feel like it's not just about the things that we cannot do, but it's also, it also speaks about our negative behaviors, like being impatient, being late,
Yeah.
having pride, being too proud of yourselves. Those are things that we can also work on. Siguro, we can experience na yung ego natin or yung pride natin, ayaw nating matapakan na, hindi, okay lang ako dyan, magaling ako dyan, I can do that. Pero, if people can see that you're having a hard time with it, then why push yourself into that aspect? So, you have to step and you have to take in criticisms positively.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I'm also trying to work on. Do not take criticisms in a very bad or in a negative way, in a personal way, because it's there to help us. As long as the criticisms are said respectfully, as long as hindi ka naapakan, then it's for our own growth and personal development. So we all have to work on these not so good behavior na eventually it will become or it will grow as something good and into a virtue, like patience, kindness, understanding, ganon.
Love. Yeah. And of course then with your experience kanina, you told us na because nag-fail ka, napunta ka sa isang university na you didn't expect na maganda rin naman, and with what you are now, it really molded you to become who you are, diba? And I think sometimes yung mga failures natin, we just have to think na it's okay na maybe this is not what God wants us to be. And this is not where God wants us to be. And maybe there's a reason on why we failed. Diba? So, maybe the reason why we failed is because we have to learn something from it, and we have to improve on ourselves. Or maybe may iba siyang plan, iba yung goal natin, iba yung target natin, pero iba yung goal niya for us. So, we have to also have that kind of thinking na God is also has His own plans for us, and His plans will definitely succeed, and it's going to be for the better of everyone.
Yeah, it's going to be the best. I like that idea so much na I think we can call it the detours that God has for us, kasi we keep insisting on what our plans are without even submitting it to God. Sometimes we're climbing up on the wrong ladder, and on the ladder that God wants us to be and to reach that target, that middle circle. So as long as we submit everything, I can't emphasize that enough. I like that idea na if we submit all our plans to Him, then we are in good hands. Because if you keep driving your own path, your own destination, then medyo baka mahihirapan. Pero if God is holding our plans, our dreams, then it's for the best. I feel like if things will go wrong, we will still be at peace because we know that God is taking control of us and of our lives.
Yeah. And I agree on you with that. And it's very nice na incorporate mo yung ating background with that very well. Kasi nga, if you have your own ladder, pero what if naman yung ladder mo is this short lang. Ganyan lang short. Diba? Eh, hindi mo talaga ma-achieve yung goals mo. Pero syempre, God is leading you with this type of ladder.
Yeah, the best dream.
Diba? Ano pang hahanapin?
Sometimes din kasi I think lang na we settle for what we think is best for us. But then without realizing that God has such a better and has the best plans for us. So let's wait on God and submit all our plans, decisions, emotions, feelings to Him.
Yeah. And I think that's a good way to wrap up our Radio DJ podcast for tonight.
That's right.
And I just want to hope and I just pray with whatever goals you're having or in whatever failures you are experiencing right now. Just believe in yourself and know that God will always be there for you. He's the one giving you the proper way to reach your target and your goals. Right, baby?
Yes, right. And if you are experiences a setback, a difficulty, a struggle in your life right now, there is a purpose for that, and there is something that we can learn from that God maybe wants us to realize. And if we realize that lesson or that thing, then we speak it out to God, we let him know, we pray to him, and then God will just give us answers through different things, through people. Basta we kapit lang tayo talaga. And then that's it. I think this was a very good discussion on how we could deal with our goals and failures.
Yeah, and thank you for your insights as well. All right, so that's gonna be it to our viewers. And if you like our discussion, our podcast for today, just click like and subscribe on our YouTube video. And if you also got interested to our podcast, you can also follow us on Spotify. Look for Coin Sessions with Jolo on Spotify, and they're only for free. And yeah, I think that's it.
And maybe we could also try to have a Spotify account for Spotify account. A Spotify account for Radio DJ. Meron na ba tayo?
Yeah, we have Radio DJ on Spotify, but because we can't be together and we can't record together ng that's why we have this live podcast.
Yeah, but we'll try to work on that.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Okay.
We're gonna put our records like this on Spotify.
That's right. And for those who watch this episode, you could maybe share with us, share in the community what success or failure stories that you have experienced and that you have overcome or you're trying to overcome. Maybe some people can help with what you're experiencing right now, and let's feel that sense of humanity lang with each other.
Yeah. All right. So that's going to be it. Thank you so much, guys, for listening to our Radio D3 podcast. And this has been Jolo, and this together with Dennis saying goodbye.
Bye. Thank you, guys.